Hi everyone, my name is Arslan Baba. Today I will be presenting on AWS Lambda, which is one of the most widely used services offered by Amazon Web Service. Yeah, introduction to AWS Lambda. AWS Lambda is a serverless compute service that allows you to run code without the need to manage services. That means AWS Lambda is a serviceless compute service. This means that we don't need to manage or configure services. It automatically scales up and down depending on the incoming request. Developers only need to focus on writing code while the AWS handle the infrastructure. Yeah, that means whenever a request come in Lambda, automatically scales according to your demand. As a developer, we just write the code and AWS take care of the rest. Yeah, key features of AWS Lambda. Some of the main features of AWS Lambda are it is serviceless. So you don't have to worry about infrastructure. It is event driven, meaning it only runs when an event triggers it. It can automatically scale based on the workload and you only pay for what you use, which make it cost efficient. Yeah. How AWS Lambda works. So the process is very simple. First, you upload your function code to AWS Lambda. Then, when an event happens, like uploading a file or calling an API, Lambda automatically runs your function. You don't pay for ideal server only for the time when your code is automatically running. Yeah, Amazon Web Service, AWS Lambda, supported many languages like AWS Lambda support many proper languages such as Python, Node.js, Java, Go, and C. It also supports Ruby. If your language is not listed, you can still use it through custom runtime provided by Amazon Web Service. Yeah, triggers for AWS Lambda. Lambda is usually triggered by other AWS services. For example, uploading a file to S3 can trigger a Lambda function to process that file. If data is DynamoDB changes, it can also trigger Lambda. It can act as a backend for APIs using API gateway and only. And you can even schedule it with code, but messaging services like SNS and SQS are also supported. Yeah, and the next is the benefits of AWS Lambda. The benefits of AWS Lambda are huge. You save money because you only pay for usage. You don't need to manage servers since AWS handles it. Lambda is highly available and fault tolerant. It scales automatically with demand and it integrates smoothly with other AWS servers, which make it very flexible. Yeah, the next thing is limitations of AWS Lambda. However, AWS Lambda also has some limitations. Each function can only run up to 15 minutes. Memory is limited to 10 GBs. The first time a function runs, it may have a slight delay, known as a cold start. Also, Lambda is not ideal for application that requires continuous on long running process. Yeah, the AWS Lambda next thing is use cases. There are many practical use cases for Lambda. It can process image when they are uploaded, handle real-time data streams, and run chatbot or voice assistants. It works well as a backend for apps process to data and can even schedule tasks like contacts. It can schedule tasks similar to common jobs using cloud-based events. Here is an example of a Lambda architecture. A user uploads an image to S3. This triggers a Lambda function that processes resizes the image. The output is and then stored back in S3 or in DynamoDB. This shows how easily Lambda integrate with different AWS services. The next thing in AWS Lambda is pricing model. Lambda pairing model is cost efficient. The free trial gave a 1 million requests and 4,000 GB seconds each month. Beyond that, it costs $0.20 per million requests plus a small fee base and memory usage and execution time. Yeah, and the last thing is AWS Lambda makes cloud computing simple by removing the complexity of server management. It is highly scalable, cost-effective, and integrated with our AWS ecosystem. It is best used for event-driven serverless applications. This is all the AWS Lambda. Thank you so much for your time. Yeah, so thank you so much for listening and understanding AWS Lambda. Thank you so much.